Brisbane Rugby League's first Sunday Grand Final between Valleys and Easts attracts a record crowd to Lang Park, headquarters of the Code in Queensland. Second rower Des Morris leads Easts. He has the huge responsibility of leading a team, 11 members of which are playing in their first Grand Final. It's anticipated he'll have a marked influence on the scrums, where hooker Johnny Lang is expected to win at least an even share of the ball. Mick Retchless captains Valleys. They're a bigger side, but possess the same speed as their opponents. A much more seasoned 13, Valleys' experience was a contributing factor in their second semi-final win over Souths, and it could be of the same significance today. Valleys swing the ball wide through their backs, turning it back inside. But Curry takes Gill before he's able to get through a narrow opening. The diehards leave no scope for penetration as they go one below and one over the top. In an effort to unsettle the defensive, having the ball well covered, Clark tries to link up with supports, but he's taken by Pierce. They continually meet body-shaking tackling. Valleys fail to guard the blind side, and Lang dashes along the flank more in the manner of a winger than a hooker. Kicking infield, Lang holds McCabe back. Following on and favoured by the bounce of the ball, Denman goes in for the first try after 3 minutes. Fullerton's conversion gives East a 5-0 lead. Positioned wide of the ruck, Perkins draws the defence to set up Fitzpatrick. Stepping through the scrambling Tigers, Fitzpatrick has Abraham in support. A clever dummy and a perfect pass sends Abraham sprinting for the line. To try again in slow motion. Valleys even the score after 10 minutes. Play away from the danger area. Side is eager to go the blind, but this could lead to a lessening in effect of the surprise element. Again, Valleys try the blind, and they're anxious to give scope to their speed men. Forced wide by the converging defence, Morris is grounded by the hard-working Retchless. His pass goes astray and into touch. Those alertness giving Valleys a chance to run their backs. A reverse pass from Retchless sends Scanlon tearing through an opening. Cutting out Fitzpatrick, he sends Morris flying for the corner. Finishing off the movement, he leaps over to score. Gill's high tackle is brushed aside by Crasini, who steps inside to straighten the attack. Render possession, and the opportunist Perkins spearheads a raid. Gill is hard to pull down. Standing out wide, McCabe is again prominent. Gill splits the defence. Backing up, Curry sidesteps his way through to dive over for the Tigers' second try. An easy conversion by Fullerton, and East hit the front. His backline make good use of the ball, Clark coming up to make the extra man. Exploiting the overlap, Fitzpatrick sends the unmarked Abraham down the flank. His well-directed kick infield is cleverly gathered by Denman, who comes across from the opposite wing to cover. A penalty against East's right in front. A ruling disputed by Morris. Clark's kick levels the scores. Doherty and Perkins combine to take play 30 yards from East's line. Standing deep, Valley's attack. McCabe turning the ball inside to Hughes. But the Tigers' tackling is solid as they protect their 25. On the burst, Khan stands up in Fitzpatrick's tackle to send Koss sidestepping his way through narrow openings. Onto the alert Curry, who dashes over halfway. Backing up, Koss handles a second time, but the movement breaks down as Giorgio knocks on. Trilpo snaring possession. Standing wide of the scrum, Gill is taken in a driving tackle by Curry as the referee signals half-time. Although they've not been getting as much possession from set scrums, Valleys are able to make ground easier, their big forwards laying the foundations for much of their constructive work, as planned by coach Henry Holloway, a former international forward. Breaking through tackles on the resumption, Gill takes play almost to halfway. As Valleys take the offensive, Hughes powers through into East's half. O'Doherty gets the inside backs functioning at full charge, and McCabe goes up the centre, to the appreciation of opposition leader Mr. Gough Whitlam. A Valley's penalty, Fullerton has a chance to send East into the lead. But he's wide of the mark, and Clark, using a well-concealed dummy and change of pace, cuts through to beyond the 25. On to Hughes as Valley storm towards East half, but there's no weak link in East's line. Tough chance for Fullerton. He's about 50 yards out. It falls short, and Clark deliberately runs wide of the goalposts to turn the pass inside to Scanlon, as Valleys quickly work their way out of immediate danger. As Pierce moves off the mark to cover Perkins, O'Doherty accelerates through the ruck. Sweeping the ball wide to Hughes on the edge of the ruck, Valleys are away, as Clark, sidestepping Koss, sends to Fitzpatrick. Running across the face of the defence, Gill tries to straighten, but he's taken by Khan on the last tackle. Valley's ball. Trelfo's pivoting pass gives Scanlon room to move. He beats Fife, but the referee and Trelfo go down in the one tackling movement, about 8 yards out from the East's line. Stepping wide of the marker, Retchless spears through to reach out and score under the posts. A thoroughly deserved reward for Retchless, who's having a great game. Clark converts, and Valleys take a handy lead. Slow to execute a move, Easts lose possession as the terrier-like O'Doherty dashes downfield. A judicious kick through, and Valleys are in a favourable attacking position. Time is closing in and tension increasing. The forwards of both sides are feeling the strain of a non-stop duel. But spotting an opening, McCabe gets the ball from Hughes and is pulled down a couple of yards short of the posts. On for Maguire, Crilly to Retchless, who pots a field goal. That almost makes Valleys safe, as East would have to score twice to take the lead. They have sufficient time, but the way Valleys are playing, the odds are against them. Easts keep trying to the limit of their capacity, and Valleys cannot afford complacency. A penalty to the diehards just inside the 25. Though the angle is reasonably acute, it shouldn't be too difficult a shot for Clark. the game well beyond East's reach. Full-time and victory to Valleys, 18-10. Scoring 3 tries to 2, they take their second successive premiership and their 11th overall to equal North's record. Moose Maguire comes out to share in the celebrations. Players show their appreciation of Mick Retchless's captaincy. Although sustaining injuries which twice necessitated ambulance attention, he maintained a high personal standard, whilst always exercising firm control over his team. Proudly displaying the Kirk's Cup, the diehards take off on a lap of honour. Acclaimed almost to a man, the 1971 Valleys combination brings distinction, not only to their club, but to the game of rugby league in this Brisbane Golden Jubilee year.